guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively we are the Office Blokes, all three of us.
Yep.
Back to the old band, back together again.
Indeed we are.
I know.
Good to be back.
We missed you, Mike.
No, thanks very much. I'm sure you did.
Kept firing that gun and kept going, shit, missed him again.
Nothing to shoot at.
You missed out on Lonely Island, but luckily we've got one request still.
We did two.
I know. Our dislike ratio on YouTube.
We did two.
The dislike ratio on YouTube is not good compared to our normal videos. I don't know if that's people didn't like the video or didn't like the fact that we hated it.
Yeah. People were saying like we didn't get it. I'm like, no, it's not that we didn't get it. It was just
poo.
Bobby shit humour.
Yeah. Anyway, that was a Patreon request. So this is also a Patreon request. So I'm going to hand over to Office Bloke Mike, and he can tell you all about the band Carcass.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is definitely a big Matt.
I know tons about me. It is actually. It's Big Matt. Cheers, Big Matt. Carcass. I can't read what it says. That
Incarnated Solvent Abuse.
That's the one. Official video. Yeah, I think I've actually heard of Carcass before, but I couldn't find a single song of theirs. So.
They were actually quite big for a sort of a
like 90s or something. We're talking.
Yeah,
I've never heard of them. Where are they from?
They're from the UK, Bolton. I think.
Where do you say? Bolton.
Well, no, I think it's because it's. I think there's a mix because I'm pretty sure Mike Hammett, who plays for Arch Enemy, played guitar in Carcass first. I think there's some Scouse connection. I think there's some but Mike Hammett's not English.
Never heard of him.
I don't fully. I listened to the music years ago for quite a while, but I never really did any research into him.
It's got heavy metal wrote all over it, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, I like a bit of Carcass personally. But
there you go then. There's the answer then.
We'll get into it. Carcass, Incarnated Solvent Abuse. Let's do it. Chunky.
Bit, yeah. Can you singing in it?
Yeah. Well before their time doing this sort of stuff.
Oh, really?
They were, yeah.
Ah.
What year are we talking here?
I think this is 90s. Late 90s, early 2000s.
Heavy stuff in it.
I think it is 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm no expert. I had Carcass's greatest hits on CD and never did any research into it, really. Just listened to it and enjoyed it.
How many songs were on the Greatest Hits album?
It's probably about 20 songs.
Really?
Yeah. Loads of albums.
Never heard of them.
Been around for a long, long time.
Yeah. It's got definite undertones of all the other stuff with, in the early days of Office Blokes, like your Infinite Annihilators a bit, hasn't it, and stuff like that. Sort of.
Yeah. pause for comment, either of
Yeah.
you?
It's struggling getting out of that bin bag, that's what I'd say.
It is very similar to
Infinite
Annihilator people are, isn't it?
That type
It
of
reminds
thing,
me,
yeah,
it
heavy,
reminds me of the
yeah.
band we've done before, though. Do you remember the band that looked like they were doing a gig in like a school canteen? It was like a little hall, and he was bouncing around the crowd, and he was like...
Oh, yeah, that was more slam, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was...
but it has, for me, it sounds like that a little bit.
So I probably couldn't pick up the difference between sort of like death metal, slam, heavy
Oh,
metal.
I mean, the stuff
you
he
know,
used to make up.
yeah.
I think...
There's a load of different like genres, isn't there? You can...
There's millions
which
of
ones are which, but-
subgenres, but
Yeah.
bands like Carcass kind of paved the way for all the stuff that we started reacting to
Yeah.
Oh, really?
at the beginning of
Yeah.
the channel.
They were the first ones, were they? They were like the pioneers behind it.
Not the first, but they are kind of like one of the icons of the genre.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
'Cause things like death metal and that style of vocal, 30 years, 40 years maybe at best, I think.
40 years now.
I'm not sure exactly, I'm kind of guessing there, but it's not been a vocal style for...
It'd be interesting to see
For
who
that
the
long.
first band was and who first came up with it, actually. Something like that. When
think-
he first started to sing.
Well, we did. Remember the drum through we did of Crusher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was that sort of like had that same sort of like tone of drum,
Yeah.
didn't it, as well? And like
Yeah,
really fast.
Definitely.
Yeah, lots of the double
double
kick.
It's not sort of
Yeah.
like massively melodic or anything, is it? But it's really
I
heavy
quite,
and
I
fast.
quite like
and,
the
you know.
melody on it. Like the tune's quite pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
kind
right.
of zoned into the tune there a little
Yeah.
bit. I quite enjoyed
Nice
it.
guitar solo again, as usual,
Yeah.
of course. Not wrong with that.
I mean, they've not really shown him much, but I'm fairly certain it's the guitarist from Arch Enemy that we reacted to Arch
Yeah.
Enemy
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right,
ages
okay.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
They
yeah.
got nothing on Snake Stomper, but
No, absolutely. No one
Right.
does.
Who else? I mean,
Precisely.
when you talk about trailblazers, I mean, they're right up.
that guitarist, same guitarist that Snake Stomper works in our office.
Hell yeah.
So
Is that the end?
Well, he gets out the bag, inevitably, as Mike alluded to.
he does escape.
It's that second to last riff
Yeah.
was proper chunky, though.
Last bit
just
was great.
before
Yeah,
it
built
went
on that.
fast.
Yeah.
Pretty
it
good,
was.
that.
Yeah. Yeah,
We've not done that for ages, have we?
No, it's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah. It always amazes me. We've probably asked you before about, vocally.
Yeah.
Is it something you have to learn, like an absolute certain technique for singing like that?
Give it a try.
Cheers, mate. Oh, thanks very much.
Yes, you've got to learn it. You answered your own question.
Just clean all this shit up here. Now we've all got COVID.
I'm just checking what year. 1991 that came out.
Wow.
91.
Yeah, so 31 years ago. And that's, they had... I've heard demos that they've done and stuff years before that. So
Yeah, really.
What was it called
Wow.
when it first came out? Was it called like...
I think it was death metal.
Death metal, yeah.
But then there was people sort of...
When did slam come into the
That's modern.
fold? Right, okay.
That's pretty modern. I think that comes from hardcore, which kind of, you had like hardcore, which was an offshoot, and metalcore and stuff like that.
It's
And
a
then I think
massive. It's a
slam-
big difference between all these, like hardcore and death metal, and because
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be able to tell the difference. That's for sure.
A lot of it.
Or just
quite
like
subtle.
dropped a fucking box of cutlery.
I think tempos they use, the drums have got a lot to do with it. Like if you've got really fast sort of blast beats on the drums and stuff, it's different.
Like the
but then if that same drummer decides to do like a really slow sort of thing, then it becomes more of a beat down, and then it's more like the slam and the metalcore and but again, and deathcore. But I'm no expert on all these subgenres nowadays. I'm like well out of the equation.
Out the loop.
You're our in-house specialist.
I won't call myself. I know more than you two about it, but I wouldn't call myself a specialist nowadays. Dipped out massively. But I mean, like I say, genre defining. If you think about 1991 doing that.
Oh yeah, massively.
It's different to listen to things like every now and again now.
Yeah,
it is. Now I'm into, especially now I'm into me slam.
We've not done anything like that for ages, have we?
No, it's been a long time, hasn't it? So yeah, nice one. Anyway, cheers for that,
Big Matt.
Cheers, Big Matt.
Thanks for the support as always. You know, it means a lot to us.
Indeed.
Yeah, and don't forget, like and subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Nice
Cheers.